I don't care, she whispered. I just want to be loved. Mama Efe's laughter followed her into the darkness. Oh, child, you have love more than you can bear. Adana had always believed that success would be enough. At 38, she owned 3 businesses, drove a nice car, and lived in the finest house in Akin village. Her bank account had more zeros than most people dreamed of. But none of it mattered when she sat alone at family gatherings, watching her younger sisters bounce grandchildren on their knees, while her mother's disappointed sighs filled the air. Adana the successful, they called her in public. Adana the cursed, they whispered when they thought she couldn't hear. The breaking point came at the village square on a Saturday afternoon. Chike, tall, handsome Chike, who owned the biggest business in the village, stood on a platform with Amara wrapped in his arms. Amara, who had been Adana's friend since childhood. Amara, who was everything Adana wasn't. Soft, gentle, chosen. We're getting married in 3 months, Chike announced to cheering crowds. Amara caught Adana's eye and smiled with genuine warmth. You'll be my maid of honor, won't you, my dearest friend? Adana felt something crack inside her chest. She smiled back, delight tasting like poison. Of course, I'm so happy for you. That night, alone in her big empty house, Adana screamed into her pillow until her throat was raw. She had tried everything, the gym, new clothes, subtle flirtation, bold advances. Chike had never seen her, not once. She was invisible to the one man she wanted, invisible to everyone who mattered. Her phone buzzed, an unknown number, a simple message. I saw you at the village square. You don't know me, but I know your story. I know your pain and I can make him see you. Love you. Meet me at Mama Jane's restaurant by noon tomorrow. Come alone. Adana stared at the message for 3 hours. It could be a scam, it could be dangerous, but the desperation gnawing at her chest was worse than any fear. She decided to go. The next day, Adana arrived at Mama Jane's restaurant wearing dark sunglasses despite the cloudy weather. She spotted him immediately, a thin man in his 40s sitting in the corner booth with nervous energy. Adana, he said as she approached, thank you for coming. I'm Obiora. How do you know me? She asked, sliding into the seat across from him. Everyone knows you, the successful businesswoman who has everything except, he paused meaningfully, what matters most. Adana's jaw tightened. Get to the point. Obiora leaned forward. My aunt lives at the outskirts of the village, Mama Efe. She has power, real power from the old ways. She helped me when my wife was leaving me, when I was about to lose everything. Now we're happier than ever. He pulled out his phone, showing her pictures of a smiling woman and children. She can help you too. Help me how? She can make him see you, make him love you, make him forget Amara and choose you instead. Adana's heart raced. That sounds like witchcraft. Call it what you want. I call it getting what you deserve. But I'll warn you, there's always a price. My aunt will tell you what it costs, then you decide. He slid a piece of paper across the table with directions. Go tonight, midnight, follow these exactly. Adana stared at the paper, her hands shaking. Think about it, he said, standing. But don't think too long. In 3 months, Amara will be married to the man you love and you will still be alone. Adana tried to forget about it. She really did. But 2 days later, Amara called, bubbling with excitement. Adana, I need you. Come shopping with me for wedding things. I can't do this without my best friend. Adana found herself in bridal shops, watching Amara try on white dresses, listening to her talk about honeymoon plans, seeing her eyes light up every time she mentioned Chike's name. He's so wonderful, Amara gushed, holding up fabric swatches. Sometimes I can't believe he chose me. Out of all the women in this village, he chose me. Each word was a knife twisting in Adana's chest. That night, Adana, alone in her big empty house, pulled out the paper with directions to Mama Efe's shrine. She got in her car and drove into the darkness. The shrine was exactly as Obiora had described. ancient, hidden deep in the forest, lit by flickering candles that cast dancing shadows on carved stone walls. Mama Efe sat waiting, as if she knew Adana would come. "Sit, desperate one," the old woman commanded. Adana obeyed, her heart hammering. "You want the man," Mama Efe said. "Not a question, a statement. The one who's marrying your friend." "Yes," Adana whispered. Mama Efe produced a small red bottle that seemed to pulse with its own heartbeat. "This will make him yours, but the ancestors demand payment. You must choose what you are willing to lose." "What are my choices?" "3 paths," Mama Efe said, her eyes gleaming. "The first, your dearest friend, this Amara, will fade away. Her life will drain like water from a broken pot. The second, your mother who gave you life, will return to the earth before her time. The third," she paused, "you will be left with nothing, nothing. Joy, sorrow, love, hate, all will drain away until you are nothing but an empty shell." Adana's breath caught. "Those are all terrible." "Then leave. Go home. Live your successful, lonely life." Adana thought of Amara's smile, of her mother's gentle hands, of the emptiness that already consumed her every night. "I choose the third," she said. "I won't kill anyone. Take my feelings instead." Mama Efe's smile was terrible. A noble choice or the most selfish one, time will tell. She handed Adana the bottle. "But there is a condition, a rule that must never be broken." "What condition?" "The man must never eat food prepared by the one he truly loves. He must never lay with his true love. If he does either of these things, the binding will break. He will remember, and you," she leaned close, "you will pay a different price, one far worse than losing your feelings." Adana swallowed hard. "I understand." "Do you?" Mama Efe laughed. "We'll see. Now go. Use it at the harvest festival in 3 days. Mix it in his drink. And remember, keep him away from Amara or face the consequences." 3 days later, the entire village gathered for the annual harvest festival. Music filled the air, food covered long tables, and people danced and celebrated under colorful decorations. Chike and Amara were the center of attention, the golden couple everyone wanted to congratulate. They moved through the crowd hand in hand, radiating happiness. Adana watched from the shadows, the red bottle burning in her purse. She waited until Chike approached the drinks table, then made her move. "Chike," she said, appearing beside him with a bright smile, "let me get you something to drink, to celebrate your engagement." "Adana, that's kind of you." His smile was warm but distant, polite, the way you'd smile at an acquaintance who meant nothing. She poured palm wine into a cup, and while his attention was on the dancing, she tipped the contents of the red bottle into the liquid. It dissolved instantly, turning the wine darker for just a moment before fading back to normal. "To your happiness," she said, handing him the cup. "To love." Chike raised it high and drank deeply. Nothing happened. The festival continued. Adana felt crushing disappointment. Then she noticed something strange. The music sounded slightly flatter. The colorful decorations seemed less vibrant. The delicious smell of suya had lost some of its appeal. The potion was working, just not on Chike, on her. The price had already begun to be collected.